Hey there, it's Francis Drake from Zanzibar, Tanzania. And today, in this video, I want to talk to you about a concept, an idea that I have that I don't fully understand. So, bear with me. I try to pull it out of me as best I can for you to benefit from it. And so this notion and the things I'm talking about can help you improve your life, to live a better life and understand this life more and better. And it can help me too, because when I talk about it, I'm able to construct the ideas I'm having. So let's go. In this video, I want to talk about how nothing is for granted. And maybe you do this a lot, maybe you don't do this at all, but do you ever feel like something is for granted? Like, God damn it, you wasted a lot of time doing something, and then you just feel like that time is for granted. Or so you try to do your work, and then you spend a lot of time on a task that didn't really relate to the big picture of completing your job or completing your work. I would say that is not for granted, even though you may feel that it is. I also hear people, I'm of course a victim of this myself, but not so much anymore. But I also hear people say that, yeah, those 10 years for granted, wasted. And I'm thinking like, what? Seriously? I would say that nothing is for granted. Not even a single moment of my life or anyone else's life is for granted. From every little experience, from every little thing you do, you gain something, no matter what. It may be in our heads a shitty thing to gain, but it's still something you gain, and if you turn it around, it can be good for you and me. So that is why I want to talk about also this importance of our work. So I don't know what you choose to do in your life. You may be studying to become a doctor or do programming. You maybe have a job, or you had a job for a long while. But still, whatever you're doing, if you're a huge success in society's eyes, or if you're not, I would say that what you do is so important and that it echoes in eternity. And I mean every single thing that you do. Like, have you ever tried to do a project or your job, or you just felt that you were running in the wheel, like nothing was going on, and the thing you're trying to solve didn't have any relation to the big picture? I think there is a part of our mind that has this defense mechanism trying to tell us when we do something that it thinks is irrelevant. And in some people, maybe you don't have this at all, this can be turned up very high. So every time you do something that doesn't seem to bring you to that crazy vision and the crazy goal you have, it's like, hey man, what you doing? This is not important. This is not like something cool that's going on. And then it brings your enthusiasm and you're feeling down and you just want to get over with it, right? But maybe that voice in our head that says these things don't have any clue of how this relates to the big picture. So if you use the example of building a wall, a brick wall, and say you've laid 20 bricks, and then the 21st brick, that little voice or that feeling inside of you can be like, oh, this is not important, like we want to complete the wall, right? We want to do that fast. But if you don't lay that 21st brick, then the brick wall will not be complete. It will not be the brick wall that you pictured. So that means that every single thing you do, even though it doesn't feel like it's awesome and you're surfing the wave and, you know, success that way, is still super important. It is important to put it's not important in the way of building up a pressure and being like, yeah, you have to do this perfectly. It's more important of the way that you can feel some importance still when something inside of you tells that this is not important. I would say that it is. You know, everything a doctor needs to learn to become a doctor every bone in the body is important, right? So you shouldn't be thinking like, oh, I just need to get this whole anatomy thing over with. You should be thinking that this is the work I'm doing. This is the importance right here, right now. And whatever happens, whatever, if I spend too much time on one bone, yeah, whatever, spend too much time on something, it's not for granted still, you know. Then you learn that you probably spent a little bit too much time there, and you can adjust yourself later, but you still then have also that skill of knowing a lot about that bone. So therefore I would argue that nothing really is for granted, and everything that has happened in your life has brought you exactly where you are now. And then you can use that experience and the things you've done. If you are not happy with the position you're in right now, you can then try to adjust. And of course, if you want to do something great, or you want to achieve something big, like building that brick wall even higher, then you have to concentrate on enjoying the bricklaying, right? Because the bricklaying creates the wall. So concentrate on starting to enjoy the process. Because if you don't do that, it will not be sustainable. And I'm not talking like to you like, yeah, you should do this. This is me, right? What I'm talking about now, it's me. It's stuff I'm struggling with right now. So I'm trying to know that nothing is for granted, that everything I do is important, that the work I do now, it will echo in eternity, and try not to focus too much on the end results. There we go again. But rather focus on what I'm doing in the moment. So this is me from Zanzibar. I've been trying to convey this idea as much as I could. I hope it resonated somehow, or got you to think in just a tiny way, for the better, of course. And if you enjoy this type of videos where I walk around, try to make sense of the ideas in my head, you can subscribe to the channel and like this video, and you probably get to see the next one that shows up. If you've been here for a while, then I'm happy to see you again. I'm very happy that you watch my videos, and I love sharing this type of stuff, because I really think that even though I'm just a young guy, I can still have some ideas that I can share. And yeah, because this is what I do love, like sharing ideas and talking about stuff that we don't really understand. So if you want to see more about my business, Back Optimized, you can watch those videos, and I will continue on that as well. So this was me, Francis Drake, and I see you on the other side.